Hey everyone, it's Daniel from the Pawplay guys. So today I am making a video because not a lot of you know the backstory of Pawplay and what happened and things like that. And then I'm gonna go through the story of what made me want to bring it back. I was hoping maybe Ash would get in, but he's working away upstairs, so he's got a lot to do before his training finishes. But I'm gonna try my best to explain everything as best as I can. So I apologize for anything that is said, but well, not anything that's said, because I'm not going to say anything bad, but I can be a little bit awkward on my own in front of the camera, so I do apologise for that. But I started Pawplay in 2019, so it was right at the start of COVID, and at that time I was working in a fish and chip shop in Scotland. And I had previously done a class with Ash in dyeing yarn, and both me and Ash found that really enjoyable, and I thought, well, maybe I could do it. Just maybe I could do it. I learned, and I'd mentioned this in Maureen's live interview with me, I had learned to dye yarn in a microwave during this course. Very, very good course. Me and Ash really enjoyed it. And in 2019, I think I started up in December 2019, so right at the end of 2019, I got everything set up and ready to go. And obviously at that time, I'd learned to dye yarn in the microwave, so that's how I started off dyeing yarn, is one skein at a time in a microwave. It was very tedious at that point, but we made it work, and I really enjoyed doing it. Ash helped me a lot with colorways and things like that. And then obviously I came on to YouTube, and I started to get to know people, and people interviewed me, and things picked up really well. And obviously then I dyed yarn for multiple people, and then Crystal from Bag a Day came on board, and she started purchasing my yarn, and I started dyeing colorways for her and started selling on her Etsy shop, and that's when things really picked up. It picked up fast. And things were going great. I gave up work completely. I completely focused on Pawplay. Now, come to 2023, COVID hit us hard, and me and Ash has had discussions about, because he was still studying at this point, so we'd had discussions about what we can do to make sure his studies go as smooth as possible, because he took a year out for COVID, so he had to repeat. And we'd made the mutual decision that I would go back to work full time. And that worked for us. It really did. He still worked part-time, but I was working the majority of the time while he could concentrate on his studies. And if we hadn't, he wouldn't be where he is today. So we made it work. So I went to work, and then I made the decision, rather than me carrying on with Pawplay and doing a not very good job at it, I decided to completely close down so I could concentrate on my job, and Ash could concentrate on his studies. So in 2023, I completely closed Pawply down. A lot happened between then and now. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, not a lot, but a little bit more detail on what has made me come to the decision to open up again. Well, obviously, I'd never fallen out of love with dyeing yarn, so I briefly did a little bit here and there for close friends and stuff while the business was closed. But then I just completely stopped. I stopped crocheting, I stopped dyeing yarn, I just stopped everything. And then both me and Ash and Grandad, moved back down south. So we're not in Scotland anymore, we're down south of England. We moved back down south, and Ash has nearly finished his training, so we've been down here nearly 2 years now. And Ash has nearly finished his training, and he's going to be going into he's in employment now, but self-employed employment, so he won't be employed completely by the NHS anymore. And I'd had discussions with a couple of people about wanting to open up Pawply, but there is a lot of aspects that go into that. There is time, because it takes time. There's money, because it costs a lot of money to open a business. There is if I'm ready for it, because opening a business or opening a business again for the second time, there's a lot of thoughts that go on in your head. And to be honest, I'm excited. I'm really excited. We'll go into that in a minute. I'm really excited about bringing Pawply back, especially with rebranding. So I've got a completely new brand. My new yarn labels have arrived. I'm not showing them today. And I'm super excited, but there's also a side of me that is nervous, because previously I did have a huge following. I had nearly 4,000 YouTube subscribers, and now I've started completely afresh on YouTube, and yeah, I'm starting completely brand new branding, new everything. So yeah, I am nervous that I'm gonna put all of this effort in, because a lot of effort goes into it. I've been buying stuff. I've been sat here cutting out yarn labels for the past hour and a half. I'm still nowhere near finished yet. But there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, and if it doesn't pick back up again, that is one thing that makes me nervous, and I know it will take time. Yeah, I am nervous. But again, as I said, I'm super excited. I'm sorry you can hear Oslo coughing in the background. But there's also a lot of other things that go on in the background, and your head plays games with you. There's just so much, but my brain has now decided it is ready to bring Pawply back, and I'm so close to starting the yarn dyeing again. Technically I could start dyeing yarn, but the problem is I haven't got my sticky label printer yet. I've been having a lot of problems with shipping companies and things like that about getting it to me. I've been waiting since the beginning of the month. I don't even know where we are now, but I've been waiting since the beginning of the month for this printer. Still not arrived, and it's coming from the UK as well, which makes it even worse. But yeah, I'm literally just waiting for that, and then I am ready to go. But yeah, there's just so much that goes into it, and I had so much support before, and so much encouragement that starting afresh, like Ash encourages me. Ash has been brilliant, and I've had a couple of other people really push me to do this, and I'm really grateful for them. They will know who they are if you watch this video. But starting now completely afresh with new everything was the best way to go for me, and the labels are amazing. I absolutely love them, and my ideas for yarn and yarn collections, and I'm going to be working with someone to bring out a kit for you, an exclusive kit with a pattern. So yeah, I'm super excited, but it is very nerve-wracking, and hopefully things will pick back up eventually the way they were before, with time, because I'm taking my time with it this time. But yeah, good things are coming. I can feel it. But yeah, it's hard. Well, not necessarily hard. It's not hard. Well, it is hard if you don't know how to dye yarn and you don't know how to do it well. But yeah, nerve-wracking. And it does play on you. Your mind plays games, and then you have a dog that doesn't want to behave. Come here. But yeah, hopefully I can bring just as good yarn to you guys I did before, and hopefully you guys will, oh, pardon you, and hopefully you guys will like it just as much as you did before if you're a continuing supporter. But if you're a new supporter, then I just hope you'll all like the stuff that I bring. There will be new colorways returning, and there will be some brand new ones that are to come. But yeah, I'm excited. So I hope you guys stick along. And yeah, if you've got any questions, please pop me a comment in this comment box below. I will also put in my contact details in the description box, so you guys can email me if you've got any questions, or yeah, anything like that. You're more than welcome to send me messages, not messages, emails, or if you've got me on Facebook, you can message me on Facebook. But yeah, I just wanted to go into a little bit of a dive into starting pawply, and then closing pawply, and then reopening again. But yeah, there is some more videos coming. I've got a new yarn crochet along I will be taking part in. Still waiting for the yarn to arrive. It's supposed to arrive today, but it still hasn't arrived. But yeah, keep an eye open for more upcoming videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat. I know Oslo's asking me to go in the garden, so yeah, I better go and sort him out. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.